We have another League of Legends unranked match. And as you can see, we're going up against a pretty good team. We got, the enemy team has Annie, Kane, Victor, Zaya, and another Garen. On my team, it's Mundo, Atrix, Misfortune, and Camille. And right off of the bat, I leave spawn and I push mid lane. So as you can see right here, I'm basically just playing slow, just kind of making my way down. The minion wave starts coming in. And Annie is on the other side. Start pushing up. Do a little bit of damage to the minions. Kill some of the enemy minions. Atrix he comes and helps. And as you can see, we're kind of just playing it slow right now. We're not trying to go too far in. We don't want to end up being too aggressive. And Atrix basically comes to my side. Does a little bit more damage to the minions. We're just kind of waiting right now. We're basically just waiting, and as you can see right now, we're just kind of we're just going up a little bit and then pushing back whenever there's too many. And yeah, it's basically just right now we're just taking our time right now. We're just doing what we got to do, taking out all these minions. Atrix decides to channel. I go back down. Annie's pretty weak right now. She's at 2 bars. Clear out some more minions. As you can see right here, I'm just kind of making my way, through some of these minions. I noticed that there's a few more spawning in, so I just kind of wait. And then I hit one of them with my Q. Atrix comes back and I use my W. I get hit by one of Annie's abilities. And right now we're just kind of playing slow. We're just taking our time, we're just going through these minions. And we're just playing very carefully, just to make sure that we don't make any mistakes here and there. We try not to push the turret. Okay, we go to the turret. We do a little bit of damage, just a little bit of damage here, and then we just end up going back. Kane shows up, and you can kind of see right now we're kind of just playing. We're playing very carefully right here because with Kane, yeah, he's a pretty fast character, and he can do a lot of damage. So you kind of have to, you got to be, extra cautious when fighting with that champion. And I decide to channel. I go back to spawn. And as you can see, I'm kind of just slowly making my way back here. Still pushing mid lane. Atrix pulls up and he helps me fight off these minions. And Annie slows up, stuns Atrix. I kill some of the minions. I level up my Q ability. Kane uses one of his abilities. And he's still fighting off some of our minions. So that gives Atrix some time to recall, and I decided to kill these minions just to farm some gold. And then I try to push Annie. I use my Q on her. And I'm just checking. I'm checking both sides to see if there's a potential gank. And I take a lot of damage from one of Annie's abilities, but I decided to push back. And then Kane ends up getting the kill off on me. As you can see right now, I'm kind of just buying items. I buy the boots. I purchase the boots. Coming back down into mid lane. You can kind of see that I'm basically just fighting these minions off. I don't want them to do too much damage to our turret. So I clear some of the minions. Atrix joins in, and he helps me to clear off the remaining minions. And you can kind of see right here, Atrix is doing a little bit of damage. He uses one of his abilities. We then go for the turrets. Atrix, he knocks them back. And then I use my W and my E. Use my Q. Okay, Annie ends up hitting Atrix one of her abilities. Okay, so we see Aatrox. He ends up using one of his abilities on Annie. Kane decides to show up. There's a little bit of damage to Aatrox, but then pushes back. Right now, Annie is still trying to fight off some of our minions. I fall back a little bit and I wait for the enemy minions to kind of slow down a little bit. I wait. More minions spawn. End up using my Q on the enemy minions. And then Aatrox, he uses one of his abilities, tries to hit Annie but misses. Annie stuns both of us with one of her abilities. I end up hitting her with my Q as a trade. Okay. More of our minions start to show up. And I level up one of my abilities. My W. Aatrox ends up getting killed by Kane. So far, we've lost one of our turrets, and after killing some of these minions, the enemy team Garen shows up and hits me with his Q, his E. I decide to fall back. I use my W to regain some of my health, and then I recall. I purchased the Berserker's Grease for 800. And I also purchased a refillable potion. So see Aatrox pulls up. Right now I'm kind of just hanging back. I don't really want to go too far in because I kind of see like what they're trying to do, and I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to assess the situation. Let me recall. I wait at spawn until I regain my remaining health. And then I decide to go back into middle lane. They attack another one of our turrets. I try to fight off Garen, hit him with my Q, hit him with my E. We end up trading damage. And our team took Herald. I level up my Q ability. And so far it's 13-5. So Annie decides to show up. Garen and another one of our turrets gets destroyed. End up killing these minions. So far we're looking pretty bad. Misfortune uses her ability, but it misses. Garen kills Misfortune. Garen and Zaya are both teaming up on Camille. As you can see, Aatrox is a little too aggressive, and he ends up getting taken out. So far, Victor and Garen are targeting me, but I end up managing to escape. I go back into our base. And I try to defend the turret, but I end up getting taken out. And back at base, Zaya and Garen are destroying another one of our turrets. Aatrox tries to stop them, ends up killing some of the minions. Zaya uses her ability on Aatrox, and I'm looking to purchase another item right now. Let's see. Right now, I'm just looking. I'm looking for another item. So Garen, Zaya, and Victor are hard on my tail, but I somehow managed to escape. I go back to spawn. Looking at the bottom here, we can see that Garen, Annie, and Victor are fighting off the minion wave. Misfortune, she tries to use her ability to kind of slow things down, but ends up taking damage. Garen, Camille ends up killing Annie. And so far we're looking to turn things around. I end up fighting some of the minions. And as you can see, we try to fight off the minions as best as we can. I'm just trying to clear out this minion. We end up taking him out. But then I end up getting hit by one of Garen's abilities, and I take significant damage. And then we end up getting a kill off on Kane. So Aatrox is basically just helping out to clear out some of these minions. Misfortune uses her ability on some of the minions. Right now we're just kind of fighting off these minions. It's looking kind of slow right now. We killed the super minion. Zaya decides to show up. I get hit by one of Victor's abilities and take significant damage. But then I end up getting finished off by Zaya. And as of right now, you can see over at bottom lane oh, there's a bit of fighting going on. Back at base, it's Garen, Annie, and Zaya. Camille ends up dying. They end up going for another one of our turrets. Yep, they end up getting the turret. We try to push them back, but their numbers are too good. And they end up destroying our final structure, and that's end of game. GG's.